Every 4 years, millions of fans believe this time is different, that this tournament will finally break the rules. And every 4 years, most of them are wrong. I used to believe the World Cup was chaos, pure madness, luck, moments, miracles. Then I looked closer, and something felt wrong. Because the winner isn't chosen in the final. It isn't decided by one goal or one tackle or one night of magic. By the time the tournament begins, the champion already fits a profile so narrow, most teams were never really invited. That's uncomfortable to hear. We love believing anyone can win. History doesn't share that belief. 32 teams arrive with hope, but a quiet process starts immediately, cutting them down. Not with goals, not with tactics, with filters. And once you see them, you can't unsee them. Before we go any further, understand this clearly. This is not about naming the winner. It's about revealing who is already out. Because when you remove the noise, the list becomes disturbingly short. The first filter feels harmless. Most fans barely notice it. Experience. Not individual experience. Collective memory. You can see it in their eyes. The hesitation. The silence after a mistake. World Cups crush teams that haven't been there before. The pressure is heavier. Errors echo longer. Every modern champion carried failure into victory. Germany didn't rise in 2014 by surprise. They lost a final in 2002. They broke hearts in 2006, their own included. They were humiliated in 2010. Only then were they ready. France didn't wake up strong in 2018. They carried the pain of 2006. They carried the frustration of 2014. Argentina in 2022 carried 2014 like a scar. They never forgot it. No champion appears from nowhere. If your team hasn't felt deep tournament pain, real pain, history turns cold very quickly. Now, the filter tightens. Age. Not youth, not energy. Timing. Too young, and the moment eats you alive. Too old, and the tournament outruns you. Champions live in a narrow window where legs still respond and minds don't panic. This is where hype teams quietly disappear. They look exciting. They trend online. But when knockout rounds arrive, decisions slow or collapse. One generation always arrives too early. Another stays one tournament too long. The World Cup doesn't forgive timing mistakes. Still with me? Good. Because this is where hope usually starts to die. Defense. Fans remember goals. History remembers survival. World Cups are not won by dominance. They are won by control. Look back. Italy conceded 2 goals in 2006. Spain conceded 2 in 2010. Germany closed games in 2014. France absorbed pressure in 2018. Argentina suffered and survived in 2022. These teams weren't always beautiful. They were stable. Because knockout matches shrink. Space disappears. Beauty fades. Why does it always fade when it matters most? Because when everything tightens, defending becomes identity. If your team needs chaos to score, the World Cup will starve them. Pause for half a second. Think about your team. Are they still alive? Or did one of those doors already close? Because now comes the separator fans misunderstand. Match winners. Not highlights, not popularity. Tournament killers. Players who don't need space, who don't need rhythm, who don't panic when the game goes quiet. Finals are not open games. They are suffocating. This is why golden boots don't guarantee trophies. 6 goals in the group stage mean nothing when the semifinal freezes. One decision matters more than volume. Iniesta needed 1 touch. Gutsa needed 1 moment. Mbappe needed 1 final. Messi needed timing, again and again. If your team doesn't have someone who can decide a dead game, they don't last. And now, the final filter. This is where almost everyone fails. Not talent, not tactics. Structure. Champions come from systems that trust themselves. Stable federations, clear authority, managers with real control, squads built to function, not to impress. For years, I thought better players meant better chances. I was wrong. Belief at the top leaks onto the pitch. Some teams panic after 1 bad half. Others adjust. Some chase the moment. Others wait for it. When all these filters stack together, experience, timing, defense, killers, structure, something strange happens. Randomness disappears. Upsets still happen, but only inside a closed circle. The trophy doesn't travel far. It rotates. By now, you feel it. The list isn't 32. It isn't 10. It's a handful. If you're still watching, your team might be one of the few. Not guaranteed, but allowed. And here's the detail most people miss. No team has ever won the World Cup without failing first, in the same way, and learning from it. The failure shapes the victory. Which means there's one nation that keeps returning, keeps believing, but keeps failing the same test every time. Until that changes, the trophy will never be theirs. That story is next.